Hello, and welcome to my channel, everybody. I'm Liz, and thanks so much for being here. Today, I'm talking about the cost of trying to have a baby, or TTC, trying to conceive, how it affects the budget, how it affects my weight loss journey, and what we have done so far. I do want to mention, in case it's triggering for you, I am not going to be talking about loss or that kind of trying to conceive related stuff. This is really the stuff that I'm doing to improve my ads after getting some results. So if that's triggering for you, I completely understand, and I'll catch you in the next one. If you are curious to know what we're going through, or perhaps you are going through the same thing, stick around. Let's support each other. If you're going through the same thing, feel free to let me know in the comments below. Or if you just want to keep it private, send me a DM on Instagram or email me. So I definitely feel that support is needed, especially if you know someone is going through the same thing. And things like infertility, just like a miscarriage and loss, kind of a lot of people want to keep to themselves. But then what happens is other people seek out support when they don't have it, and they don't find it. So that's why I'm sharing today, and maybe we can support one another. And if you're just here to see what's going on, I appreciate you being here. Hit that like button, and let's get into the road so far. After getting married and our reception, we decided, obviously, we wanted to jump right into having kids, and decided, given my age, as I had just turned 39, probably be best to go to the doctor and just see that everything is on the up and up, and if we might need assistance, and getting into that sooner than later. So I did make that appointment, and I had to wait from, let me think, it took about 5 months to get that appointment. And at the appointment, my doctor was wonderful. We did the routine exam and all of that, and then discussed having kids. He said that he would like to run a few tests and sent me for blood work on some specific days. And then as an added bonus, he also said I could go for my mammogram, even though I wasn't yet 40. So, I mean, I had an added bonus right away. So I went to the initial doctor's appointment, and he said, let's send you for blood work. So, and for blood work on certain days, I made a follow-up appointment. Let's see, that was in November. Follow-up appointment was in December. So I had to wait about 6 weeks for the follow-up appointment. Then right before that, I also saw my primary care physician. I started with the new doctor that he had recommended. She's so sweet. She ran some blood work. I went in with him in December for the follow-up. Now, because I have the online patient portal, I did see what my labs came back as. And of course, I researched what they all meant. So I knew that we would probably need some help. I presumed that I would go back in, and he'd give me some medication and say, you're just going to need some medicine. And it might take a couple months. So I went in for my appointment, and he said, these are your numbers. And I say, I saw them. This is what I assume. He said, well, you have two options. I can send you for some more testing, and we can do this, we can do that, and you can wait months and see if it happens. Or I can send you to a specialist right away, given your numbers, given your age. You can do that. So I said, well, I don't want to have to wait for a specialist, so let's do that. He said, great, that's a great decision. That's kind of what I was hoping you would say. I'll get you set up. Awesome. That day they called, I scheduled the appointment, and the appointment was almost 3 months. Well, I'd say like 2.5 months out. So I went to that appointment. She reviewed my blood work and said, well, we'll test again in case there was an error, but it's looking like a donor egg or donor embryo. Not what I was expecting to hear. And that's the brief synopsis. So, okay. So she ordered blood work, and I went out and I cried in my car for about 2 hours, not exaggerating. Finally was able to gain my composure. I went into the lab and started the blood work, and she also ordered some other testing, not just to see about where I'm at for fertility, but what might be causing it. So a bunch of other work. So she said it was extremely important and we don't have time and all of this, but then I need to be back in 4 weeks, but I couldn't get an appointment for 10 weeks. And just along with like several other things I just wasn't very happy with. Came to the conclusion I needed to look for a second opinion. That I did, and that is not until July, like 6 months out. Let me just, like, that's the gist of this story, so let me back up. Once I had met with my doctor for the follow-up appointment in December, I knew the numbers were not favorable. Of course they weren't. And so when I went home, I immediately started researching. What can I do to improve my numbers? What do I need to do? Probably lose weight is first, but what else can I do? And so I did a bunch of research, and I will share those expenses with you in a minute. And then my specialist, she didn't think all that stuff was necessary. So that, and yeah, several things, I'm just not really happy with her. The numbers are what the numbers are, and if they're really not going to improve, I understand, but the way that she said it to me, how quickly she said it to me, I said, there's so many stories of women that when they've lost weight, they had numbers improve and were able to conceive. So if I lose weight, can we retest again? She said, no, today is the retest. So needless to say, I did schedule a second opinion. Let me share with you the cost of everything thus far. So the first expenses that we have incurred while trying to conceive are obviously the medical expenses and traveling to the appointment. So in 2021, my copay was $30. Now it's $40. And my deductible was I think $300. Now it's $500. So I did meet my deductible last year and this year, which means I have spent, along with my husband, $940 so far on copays, travel to appointments, and meeting the deductible. I do feel very fortunate and very blessed that I have a low deductible, a very low deductible. At one point, the doctor did say he didn't think I had ovulated in November. So, of course, I start to do research, and I find that you can test for ovulation yourself at home using your basal body temperature, or BBT, and using ovulation test strips. So I did purchase both of those. It was $21.16. I purchased the book, It Starts with the Egg, and that was $10 on the Kindle, and I read it in like 3 hours. It was loaded with information. And I do want to just say, I am not a doctor, I'm not a specialist, I'm just sharing my research and what I'm doing for myself, and encourage you that if you are on this same journey, that you do your own research, ask your questions, and maybe what I'm doing from my research and my experience will help you come up with questions that you should be asking when you go to see your doctor, because this is not medical advice that I'm giving. There is so much information in that book. It goes through all the different experiences women have, all the types of testing that gets done, what the different levels should be. And then it gets into what kind of supplements you can take, what kind of what kind of environmental changes you can make. And some of those environmental changes I did. I got a stainless steel water bottle. That was $20. Actually, my husband purchased it for me. We switched over some of our stuff in our kitchen where we had plastic. We purchased metal. We switched out our dish soap to one that is toxin free. And then our cleaner, we also switched out. So I still have some of the old stuff I'm using with the new stuff, and hopefully the old stuff will be gone soon. And then we'll just use the toxin free things. So a couple things. I got the stainless steel water bottle. That was $20. The metal colander in the kitchen, $25. The toxin free dish soap, that was $4 I found at the grocery outlet. The Myers concentrate cleaner, 2 bottles of concentrate was $17.13. I did have the glass bottles at my house already, so I didn't have to purchase that. And then the pre-seed, that is fertility friendly lubricant. We have not used it, but I did want to have it just in case we needed it. And that was $21.16. And of course, when I ordered it, the package got mixed up with my neighbor's package. And not only did she receive it, she opened it. So she brought it over. So I'm so sorry, I got your package. And I was like, okay. I'm like, what package did you get? And then I'm like, oh, of course she would have gotten that package and opened it. She couldn't have opened like the dog food or the stickers for my kids at school. It had to be the pre-seed. Then I had to get some supplements because in the book, many supplements are requested. I looked to see what might be best for me. And honestly, when I take the supplements, I really do feel so much better. So the supplements that I had to purchase were multivitamin, liquid D, myoinsitol, CoQ10, and Vitex chaseberry. And then the other ones I already had, so I didn't have to purchase them yet. My specialist seems to think I don't need all the vitamins, but I do feel better when I take the vitamins. So I'm going to keep taking them because I feel, based on my research of what I've read online, talking to other women going through the same thing, that the vitamins helped. And so while I respect my doctor, I feel that she has one way to do things, and if you don't fit into her mold, then too bad. Anyway, I'm getting second opinion, so I'll just keep going. And then I ended up needing more of the ovulation strips. I didn't know if I was going to need the pre-seed, and I couldn't find it, so I had to order it again. Luckily, the second time I ordered it, it actually came to our house, and that was $48.74. So all of these purchases do add up. I'm sure. Oh, and then when you record your basal body temperature every morning, you have to record it when you wake up. You can't move, and you have to do it at the same time every day, which was proving to be a problem for me because I like to sleep in on the weekend, and I was waking up and finding that I was moving too much, and then like, oh crap, I gotta take my temperature. So I found something called Temp Drop, which is a little armband that I wear to bed every night. It has a thermometer that goes in your underarm, and it automatically updates your temperature each morning at the same time. And it has been just so much more convenient to do that. So that's called Temp Drop, and that was $135 ship. And I did get that with a 25% 20 or 25% off discount. Let me add all of this up. So that comes to $406.36. So we had from appointments, co-pays, deductible, $940. From all of the little changes that I've been making, $406.36. And that is a total of $1,346.36. We are only about 4 months into this journey. So far, not successfully. We have a ways to go, and we are financially well into it. I'm trying to think if there was anything else that we may have purchased. I can't think of anything at the moment, but I definitely will keep track for future updates. This is stuff, as I have said before in my budgeting videos, that my husband and I do have a shared account for shared expenses, and he picks up paying for a lot of stuff. So a lot of this he has been picking up. As I said, he makes more than I do. So most of this he has been paying for. So if you're wondering why you don't see that in my bi-weekly budget videos, that's why. I will say this, I definitely know I need to kick it up when it comes to the weight loss journey. I haven't done anything extraordinary there. We're eating more low carb, going out to eat less. You'll see that in my budget video. You'll see less fast food from me, which is not just for trying to conceive, but for my overall general health is a good thing. This is how much we've spent so far, and we do have a ways to go. I do have follow-up appointment in April. I also have BRCA testing in April. So if you're interested to know more about that with women's health, please let me know, and I'll be happy to do a video on it, because I think it's really important to for others to be educated when it comes to the BRCA. And then, we're just, it's going to be summer vacation before we know it. So I'm going to stick to my weight loss journey. In fact, it's beautiful outside right now. So I didn't take my shoes off when I got home from work. So I want to get outside for a nice long walk, get some steps in, because I was in training all day on this in-service day today. Tomorrow I have training for student assistance program training, so I'll be sitting all day tomorrow. So I need to get out and get some exercise in. I think the exercise is going to be key role, because obviously losing weight is the healthy thing to do. I think it's going to help with blood flow. Not that I have terrible blood flow, but women who experience infertility, once they start doing yoga and exercising more, it just seems to rev up the body and rev up your system. And so while I need to do it for my overall general health, I need to do it for the infertility as well. So I would love nothing more than to have a baby in my arms by the end of the year. I guess that would be possible. So that's where we're at, $1,346.36. Let me know in the comments below if I should share more about my trying to conceive journey. If you like this video, or you like budgeting videos, weight loss videos, thrifting and reselling videos, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. All right, bye.